Alright, you battlers, you know what it is. JayDevin back at it with another Go Battle League video. For today's video, we're all on the hype of Charizard because we have Community Day coming up. For part of the world, it's already happened, so I'm sorry about that in advance. I didn't make anything ahead of time. I'm still getting used to the YouTube grind, okay? I'm still getting used to the YouTube grind, but nonetheless, so Breath Charizard. What is Breath Charizard going to be able to do in Pokemon Go PvP? What league is it going to be best in? What moveset do you want? What matchups does it win, right? I'm going to talk about all that in this video very briefly, specifically for the Ultra League. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe if you feel my vibe. Power up, punch the notification bell for more Pokemon Go PvP content. And leave a like on the video if you like the video. It does help a lot. Now, I haven't done that much digging into Breath Charizard. I don't feel like it's going to be really changing much as far as the Great League, right? Because that's still ruled by G-Fisk. That's still ruled by Azumarill. That's still ruled by Altaria is still a really powerful pick. So we're kind of just going to skip Great League and Master League in this video, and we're going to be focusing on Ultra League with Breath Charizard. Now, first, I do want to briefly explain why I skipped those leagues. I already kind of explained it for Great League, but in Master League, as you know, in Go Battle League and Pokemon Go PvP, for the app itself, in normal trainer battles, in normal trainer battles, right? When you fight your friend or a family member or whatnot, you can use Megas, you can have fun with Megas. However, in the Go Battle League, we currently still, for some reason, cannot use Mega Evolved Pokemon. So, if we could, then Charizard and Mega Charizards would be putting in work in Master League. It could definitely shake things up, and that's a whole video in itself. But in the Ultra League, even without the Mega Evolutions being available to us for Pokemon Go PvP and specifically in Battle League, it still kind of shakes some stuff up. Now, overall, I'm just like always, by the way, I'm using PvPoke to reference all this and to get all my information and the data for presenting this video to you. If you're not familiar with PvPoke, link is always in the description below. Fantastic tool if you want to look up anything Pokemon Go PvP wise. Okay, they have so much information on pvpoke.com, it's absurd. But overall, Charizard with Dragon Breath, Blast Burn, and Dragon Claw is ranked at number 56, okay, with a score of 84.8. So the first problem, before I start talking about some of the matchups and whatnot, the first problem that Charizard has going for it currently is that I don't know why. I really don't know why, but when we evolve during Community Day, we are going to get Dragon Breath. For sure, we're going to get Dragon Breath when we evolve. But we're not going to get Blast Burn, even though Blast Burn is a Community Day move for Charizard in Pokemon Go. I don't know why. But overall, you know, if this is going to happen, if you're going to want to use this in what I talk about in this video, then you're going to have to use an Elite TM at some point. I hate to say that. It came out. I just want to throw it out there. You do have to use an Elite TM, right? Because Dragon Breath, you're going to get if you evolve during Community Day. Bruh. And Blast Burn, you're going to get via Elite TM. Now, I think they said so, but I don't know as far for sure if during if we get the repeat Community Day where we can evolve in December, if we're going to be able to get both moves by evolving a Charmeleon into Charizard. I really hope that's the case because, you know, powerful Pokemon like this in Go Battle League shouldn't be this hard to, you know, access. A lot of them already are just because they're legendaries and you can only get them from raids and, you know, trading and whatnot, right? So, overall though, in the Ultra League, its ranking, I guess, overall isn't that amazing. Don't let that confuse you. Don't let that lead you astray. Number 56 is still pretty strong. If you add the Mega X, that's actually ranked higher at number 42 with the same moveset, but Charizard itself, number 56 overall in the Open Ultra League meta. Okay, so we could look into Premier as well too, I might, but for this video I focused on Open Ultra League, okay? It takes a win. These are all one shield scenarios, but it takes a win against Cresselia, against Togekiss, Escavalier, Obstagoon, and Articuno. Those are just some of the top matchups that show in the matchup sheet in PvPoke. A couple of its key losses I actually looked into. Obviously, you know, Melmetal, you're still not going to want to see. You don't want to see that matchup. That's bad, right? Because it's going to resist the Dragon Breath being Steel type, and as soon as it hits that Rock Slide, which it does very, very quick as Melmetal, then your Charizard's going to be toast, right? The Lapras matchup. The Lapras. Okay, let's talk about the Lapras matchup. So, PvPoke has it listed as a loss for the Lapras matchup, okay? That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Even with Dragon Breath, it's not like you're going to hands down win that matchup, right? And it could also possibly be bait dependent. But What PvPoke notes at the bottom of the matchup as it flips through the scenario, as it, you know, simulates it, is that a 3-turn difference can flip the scenario. And they say it's highly vulnerable to energy, IV, or lag factors. So what I like about that, we're no strangers with lag in Go Battle League, right? Like me and Go Battle Lag, we have a love-hate relationship, you know. It's Go Battle League. When you lose because of the lag, you hate it. When you win because of the lag, you're all for it. But if there are lag factors that play into that, or if you also possibly get an energy lead in the one shield scenario, also again, keep in mind, could be bait dependent, then you can win, right? If you Dragon Breath down, take a shield with the Dragon Claw, you're probably going to want to build up enough for not a Dragon Breath, a Blast Burn. Build up enough for a Blast Burn, bait with the Dragon Claw, take the shield, and then land a Blast Burn. I'm pretty sure you're going to actually end up winning that matchup. So it'll display it as a loss, but pretty sure you can win the matchup, okay? And that is that's what kind of optimal IVs in this scenario. Now, overall in the simulations, it is also listed as a loss against Giratina Altered Form, and that's, you know, that's one of those matchups that you probably don't want to hear about and we don't want to talk about, but nonetheless, if we want to get better at Go Battle League, especially if we want to use Dragon Breath, Blast Burn, Dragon Claw, Charizard in Open Ultra League next season for Season 5, we're going to want to know these things, okay? So it has it listed as a loss, and as I looked into that matchup, yeah, it's a very, very, very kind of, it's kind of a narrow loss, but here's the thing. The matchup flips entirely if you just have 2 shields. So if you have 2 shields, you're matched up against that Giratina, you are going to rip it to shreds. It's not even close. Well, it's kind of close, I guess. You're left with 21 HP. Yeah, you're left with 21 HP when you come out of the matchup versus the Giratina Altered with the Dragon Breath Charizard. And when you consider that, okay, if you're winning that 2-shield scenario against Giratina Altered in the Open Ultra League, and you can win a 1-shield against Cresselia, Togekiss, Escavalier, Obstagoon, Articuno, which are all pretty common, that's why I feel like the ranking overall is a little bit deceiving, right? I feel like Charizard could end up presenting itself in meta cores for Open Ultra League for Season 2. I'm going to call it right now. Don't be surprised if you're running into Charizards left and right. Be prepared to counter it. Be prepared to possibly look into the mirrors, which that's something actually I probably should have looked into, is the mirror matchup. So you know what? I'm going to pull up the mirror matchup right now, and then we will be right back. I gotta pause this real quick. How do I pause this? Hold on. Okay, pause that. All right, now PvPoke.com has the matchup with Charizard versus Charizard with Dragon Breath, Blast Burn, and Dragon Claw in the mirror matchup as a tie. So you have a simultaneous knockout in 44.5 seconds, and that's after both of them access a Dragon Claw, both of them shield, both of them access another Dragon Claw, right? You have that CMP tie, I throw one, you throw one, and then we both Dragon Breath each other down. So with that being said, the matchup obviously is going to be very, very close. It's going to be dependent on energy leads with your Charizard, and it's also going to be very dependent on a shield advantage. So have more energy, have a little bit more health, have the shield, whatever you got to do to win that mirror matchup. That can be easily playable in some situations, and the problem with that I see for Season 5 is that you're probably going to see Charizard Swampert, right? You're going to see Charizard Swampert a lot. Like, for example, I'm going to lead, how would I do it? I lead, let's just say theoretically, let's say theoretically I lead with Swampert, then I'm going to have a Charizard, and then Giratina Altered in the back, right? You're just going to want Swampert to end up on Charizard. No matter which way you do it, Swampert, if the Swampert lands on the Charizard, then the Charizard can sweep those common meta picks that he needs to sweep to take the W for the remainder of that battle. So I'm really excited for Dragon Breath Charizard. I'm not so excited to, use an Elite TM short term to be able to have Dragon Breath and Blast Burn. That's not as exciting, right? But let me know what you think about Dragon Breath, Blast Burn, Dragon Claw, Charizard in... Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I think what I would consider actually is not even investing in Elite TM at this point quite yet. Just hold off on throwing a Blast Burn on it unless you're really desperate to. But if you want to just try one with like Overheat, for an example, you could go Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, Overheat, see if that works. If it does work, I don't know if it does. You might lose some of those matchups just because you do not have the Blast Burn for your Charizard. And as always, here are some of the IV spreads you want to keep an eye out for Charizard when it comes to Community Day for the separate leagues. Obviously, credit is going to be given as well for this graphic. I think this graphic's amazing if you want to use different kinds of Charizards, whether it's an attack Charizard or just a high rank Charizard overall. Those are the IV spreads. And the combat power numbers you're going to want to... Those are the numbers you're going to want for the Charizards. Okay, so as you catch your Charmanders, just keep an eye out for those numbers and then check it to see if it is the one you want or not. But anyways, battlers, that is it for this video. That's all I had for you. It was relatively simple, more of a hype video for Dragon Breath Charizard. I do think it can shake things up. I really wish we could use Mega Evolutions in GBL. Unfortunately, like I said, at this point, we cannot. But again, that's all I have for you today. So again, subscribe if you feel my vibe. Power up, punch the notification bell for more PvP content. Leave a like on the video. It does help a lot. Battlers, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good stinking day.